Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of tech available on the interwebs. I'm your technology maniac, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, NASA's new telescope will investigate the evolution of the universe. A light-powered 3D printer materializes objects all at once. And happening in this week's What the? A man marries 3 different women and gets them apartments all in the same neighborhood. That and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update. Next. Hi everyone. A small fire caused by an overheated vape pen battery delayed a Houston-bound flight from New York's LaGuardia Airport recently. The incident happened during the boarding of a SkyWest flight operating as a Delta connection. Video posted online shows a flight attendant using a fire extinguisher on a flaming bag, which was in an overhead storage bin. A passenger, Rex Scamato of New York, tells WCBS that someone yelled fire and there was a smell like a campfire on board. 2 Now This producers were also on the flight heading to Houston at the time. An airline statement says passengers deplaned routinely and continued on a different aircraft. That plane was put back into service shortly thereafter. Now, if you were like me, there are some unanswered questions here. Like, why did it burst into flames? Was it actually an overheated battery? And if so, can our other battery-driven devices cause the same type of chaos? And most of all, if it's a faulty device, you need to tell us the brand and model so we can avoid it. This week, NASA announced it will create the Sphere X telescope. It'll look at how our universe has changed and how common the ingredients of life actually are in the Milky Way. It will collect data on more than 300 million galaxies and 100 million Milky Way-based stars using optical and near-infrared light. Sphere X will search for water and organic molecules in stellar nurseries. These are areas where stars are born. Every 6 months or so, the telescope is going to take a step back and look at the entire sky, creating a kind of detailed sky map that will be used to identify targets for future missions like the James Webb Space Telescope. It will deliver an unprecedented galactic map containing fingerprints from the first moments in the universe's history. And we'll have new clues to one of the greatest mysteries in science: what made the universe expand so quickly less than a nanosecond after the Big Bang. The telescope is projected to launch sometime in 2023. I absolutely love new cool gadgets, and the foldable phone market keeps getting more and more crowded. Chinese manufacturer Nubia has been teasing its foldable phone announcement for the Mobile World Congress 2019 over the last few days, and the latest teaser has suggested it's ready to officially unveil what they're calling the Nubia A smartwatch and phone hybrid. Previously shown off in prototype stage at IFA 2018, the Nubia A is somewhere between smartwatch and phone, with a display that wraps around your wrist, connectivity for phone calls and internet, as well as a built-in camera. The prototype looks to be quite a gargantuan device to sit around your wrist and had a 500 milliamp battery, but we suspect that you're going to see some improvements for Mobile World Congress. 2019 Mobile World Congress runs from the 25th to the 28th of February. Smart speakers are pretty much old news now. If you really want to impress people with a question-answering smart home device, well, you're going to want to check out the Pico, a new personal robot that just arrived on Kickstarter. As with devices like Google Home and Amazon Echo, Pico can respond to spoken word questions. The difference here: it's actually going to respond to queries with specially selected short videos and GIFs. Because, you know, it's 2019 and nobody really feels comfortable communicating the old-fashioned way anymore. Pico's kit offers everything that you're going to need to build your very own version of the robot. No special tools are required, meaning that people without their own personal soldering iron can still get in on the fun as well. The 7-inch finished product boasts a 4-inch IPS display, dual omnidirectional microphones, twin 3-watt speakers for stereo sound, a 5-megapixel camera, LED ring for notifications, and 4 programmable buttons. It's powered by a Raspberry Pi. The robot's voice detection works using Google Cloud Speech, Amazon Voice Services, Snips, and apparently various other open source alternatives, including Jasper and Mycroft. An in-house voice service is also being developed, they say. Pico will continually scour the internet for the latest GIFs and response videos, meaning that you theoretically shouldn't get the same old clip every time you ask the same old question. It's also possible to add your own custom responses. The result should be a gadget that won't quickly become boring once the immediate novelty wears off. Prices for the full kit start at $189, although a cheaper $149 option is available if you've already got your own Raspberry Pi board to use. Shipping is planned to start sometime in September. First announced at the Consumer Electronics Show last month, the Soul Blade wireless earbuds have made their public debut on Indiegogo. They have the ability to track the user's heart rate during a workout without the need to wear any of the bulky chest straps or data collection devices to collect all its information. But that's just the beginning. The Blade earphone can also track motion, monitor distance traveled, speed, cadence, stride length, and a bunch of other metrics too. Soul says this is possible thanks to a system called the Biomech Engine from B-Flex. It sounds like something that might start off one of the Terminator movies. It's actually a tiny chip built for wearables and designed specifically with fitness applications in mind. Soul has paired the Biomech Engine with an onboard artificial intelligence to give runners real-time coaching tips while they work out. That feedback comes in the form of a voice in your ear, prompting you to change your cadence or stride in an effort to run more efficiently and avoid injury in the end. The AI coach examines the runner's movement, including his or her stride and force of impact. It even claims it can detect posture in order to more accurately offer suggestions on how to improve a runner's form. The Blade earbuds come with a charging case, which Soul says provides up to 96 hours of runtime. All right, that's awesome. The wireless earphones use Bluetooth 5.0 and even offer IPX7 water resistance, meaning that you can actually use these things while you work out and not have to worry about them getting wet. They are expected to carry a price tag of $249, although early bird adopters right now can get them for $129. Of course, as with any crowdfunding campaign, though, it's important to understand the risks that come with spending your cash on a product that isn't released yet. The crowdfunding campaign recently got underway, but Soul already smashed through its $30,000 goal. That means the Blade should go into production sometime later this year and become available for purchase in October.